Ladies and gentlemen, I am the MadRobo, and we are playing Sherlock Holmes, Crimes and Punishment. Let's see. Going back off, I have absolutely no clue where I was supposed to go next. Let's take a look at my case notes here. I have a ring, from a heavy gold ring. I have the outline of dust, and I have the PC pouch. Let's see. Where was I going to go? Was I heading towards Baker Street or Woodman Lee? Oh no, I need case objectives. Next objective. John Nelligan seems not the usual thief. What is his role in this? And investigate the murder of Peter Carey. Alright, well then. I think we'll head back to Baker Street for lack of anywhere else to go. Alright, so looks like I need to deduce a bit here. Let's see, feat of strength that requires a much... There's nothing else to really look at. What about my clues? The break-in attempts? Nope. They really don't match up with anything here. I don't... Alright, well, let's keep going to Baker Street here.
Good gracious, you caught someone. At least now you have a suspect.
Since when did I get a dog?
Brave Toby. The best nose in the British Empire. My analysis table. It is useful for my work. This is where I keep my post.
Oh, there we go. We'll research the ring. All right.
That is not the one I need.
No wounds and injuries, criminalistics, fingerprints. No, martial arts, marks and symbols, religious symbols. No, not quite. Ha! Get that joke right there if you're a Sherlock Holmes fan. Anthro...
That is not the one I need.
Okay. Forensic techniques.
That is not the one I need.
Oh, what do you need? Holmes?
That is not the one I need.
Okay, toxic metal in hair, textile fibers origin, chlorine. Not quite what I need here. I don't need toxins and poisons. Nope.
That is...
Alright.
That is not... That is not the one I need.
That's not what I need. Okay. No, I don't. Ah, there we go. The Dawson and Nelligan Investment Fund, a regional banking institution based in Cornwall, has declared bankruptcy.
Here it is. Now I begin to understand that young man's story, but I am still unclear as to what connects him with the murder. It is time to ask him.
A pity, Watson. The game is afoot. You should come with me.
Good gracious, you caught someone. At least now you have a suspect.
A map of London and the surrounding area. It could be useful.
didn't really give me any new clues either.
Locked. I have heard the story of Dawson and Nelligan, the West Country bankers.
Yes. Joshua Nelligan was my father.
I am aware that it had a bad ending. When the bank failed, it ruined half the families of Cornwall, whereupon Joshua Nelligan disappeared.
My father was under extraordinary pressure. Dawson had retired. I was only 10 years of age at the time, but it was still old enough to feel the shame that befell our family. My father was convinced that he could pay off all his debts if the creditors gave him time. He set sail for Hammerfest in Norway in his small yacht, just a few days before an arrest warrant was issued. He left my mother a list of the securities he was taking. No word was ever heard from him again. We believe that his vessel went down, taking with it everyone and everything on board.
Thank you for the story, Mr. Nelligan. At last, we are making some progress. Interesting. Joshua Nelligan and Peter Carey were both at sea in Norway. There is definitely some connection between Peter Carey and Joshua Nelligan's disappearance.
Alright, investigate the murder of Peter Carey. Alright. See, can I go into Lestrade's office yet?
Locked.
Nope. Okay, Holmes, what do you do next? What do you do next? Work that brain. Let's see if there's something I missed while I was out here. Oh, there she is.
Is this your husband's tobacco pouch?
I'm not sure. It might be, but he hadn't smoked in a very long time.
Your husband's private papers. Do you know where they are?
There was a small tin box, barely larger than a book. He kept his papers there. It should be somewhere in his cabin.
Thank you, madam.
Let's see, alright. Let's open the deduction space. No, no, no. No, 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 no. No new space there. Huh. Okay. Obviously not that helpful here. Okay. Well, no gardener.
The Sea Unicorn. She was the ship that Peter Carey commanded.
Oh, they finally took the body away. Hmm. I forget. How do I activate my detective vision again? Case book. Nothing catching the eye. The heck was that? F is launch imagination. Fascinating. Well, nothing here that seems to help me out here. You know, the first case is always supposed to be like the simplest one, but even the simplest ones sometimes try it. Though to a certain extent, you know. Let's head to Baker Street then, for lack of anything else to do here. Anything new to say to me, Watson?
Good gracious, you caught someone. At least now you have a suspect.
My archive. I can always consult with it if needed.
Invading Watson's privacy now. Oh boy. Scotland Yard's the only place I can think to go.
Mr. Holmes?
At your service, Mr. Holmes.
Mr. Holmes?
Locked.
I guess I can examine the body then while I'm down here. Can't get it out through there. Nothing catches the eye in here. Don't know why they let me in then. Other than it's a bit of a dead end.
Mr. Holmes?
What am I doing here? I've done nothing wrong.
Huh. It's not really helpful there.
These are the suspect's belongings.
Interesting.
A pocket knife. These abbreviations mean something, but what? These are the suspects, but these abbreviations.
How do I switch? Alright. I am honestly at a bit of a loss here. Sort of going to Woodman's Lee again and trying to look at other things. Huh. Woodman's Lee is probably where I don't want to go, but we'll try to talk to the widow one more time. And if not, we'll head back to my archive, because quite frankly, that's the only other thing I can think of here.
Who could do such a thing? My poor husband.
Baker Street's the only other place I can think to go to, and I know I've wasted a lot of time already. Hopefully we can get through this.
My archive. I can always consult. My archive. I can always consult with it if needed.
Let's see, what can I do here? Unbutton suit. Didn't think so. So disguise is not an option here.
My analysis table. It is useful for my work.
So I have this code. That's probably the next step. But really? My telescope? Really?
My analysis table. It is useful for my work.
Okay, I'm at a bit of a loss here.
A map of London and the surrounding area. It could be useful.
Good gracious, you caught someone. At least now you have a suspect.
Well, the only thing I can think of is going back to Woodmansley because there didn't seem to be any options at the case site. Huh, I wonder.
These footprints are... 1883. That's the one
Oh,
we need.
jeez. Okay, I didn't realize that. I forgot about the
This
logs.
is the crew list of the Sea Unicorn. Log notes for June. Nothing unusual. Log notes for July. Nothing special. Log notes for August. These pages have been torn away. Canadian Pacific Railway, CPR. A torn piece from a bond certificate. I have seen this abbreviation somewhere very recently. There are 3 ways of discovering what happened in August of 1883 aboard the Sea Unicorn. The first 2 of these will require speaking with a dead man. The last would be to locate vital witnesses, the sailors involved in this whale hunt campaign.
Finally, hitting somewhere here. Okay, I get this a little bit more, being led around by the nose a bit.
Something
but
new, Watson. I have the list of sailors who were aboard the Sea Unicorn. We shall soon learn what happened to Nelligan's father. I have only to find them. Let us hope they're still working at the harbour.
I think that if you pretend you're from Scotland Yard...
I doubt it, Watson. And really, I would prefer that all of this remains quiet for now. But I have another solution. I'll call in the specialist.
And who might they be?
The secret police division of Baker Street.
Ah, you mean young Wiggins and his gang.
Yes. Believe me, you'll receive more useful assistance from these little urchins than from a dozen yard detectives. Those children are everywhere. They see and hear everything, and they are cunning. All they lack is organization. I'll summon them.
How will you do that?
There is always a watch beneath our window. I have only to call him.
Wiggins, could you come upstairs, please?
At your service, Mr. Holmes.
Wiggins, I need you to track down certain people for me. I'll give you a list. You can read, can't you?
Big Oliver from our gang. He can, because his father is the coachman of a famous lawyer.
Fascinating. Here is the list of sailors.
Sailors? Easy. Just got to look where the rum and the red lights are.
Sorry to trouble you, Mr. Holmes, but the inspector asks that you come to the station as soon as possible.
Thank you. I'll be there shortly.
okay, well, lots of exposition there, a little stumbling here. Hopefully we can get things moving along a lot more quickly next time. I am the MadRobo, and I will see you next time on Sherlock Holmes, Crimes and Punishment.